then there is a way.
Not to the hello, and welcome back to another video. So this one's a little different. I sat down with my friend here, Shannon. We're just trying to get past some technical things, but we have a great conversation. I just wanted Shannon to watch one of the interviews that it just happened to stream, happened to get a lot of views, a lot of comments, just a lot of activity. So I wanted to take Shannon through that, just one of the interviews, and get her thoughts because she is an actual independent contractor. So I thought it'd be really interesting to have a conversation with her. And yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into the video. Oh, one thing, the audio is pretty echoey for most of this. Just I wasn't hearing it on my end, so I didn't catch it. Couldn't fix it until post. She kept saying it was echoing, but I was hoping it was just something on her side. Happened to not be the case, but it's kind of bad in some areas, but it's bearable. It does get a lot better as the stream continues, so just hang tight with that. But yeah, let's just go ahead and do the video. I was supposed to have like this video already out because this is just one of the interviews, but I interviewed like 8 other people, so I'm kind of like doing this just get it out today, and then the video of like all the interviews will be coming probably like tomorrow. But my good friend Shannon here decided to she is an actual independent contractor, which is why I really value her opinion. Like she actually is a badass and does her own shit. Whereas like I guess right off the bat, I want to get your opinion really fast. So I guess just like you said, explain what's going on. So I went out to a park. I set up a white table. I just asked anybody that would come up to and talk with me. I was like, hey, first, what is your opinion on these apps? Secondly, do you think that these people should be classified as independent contractors, dependent, or employees? And then lastly, I just asked if they should receive the same tip percentage that say somebody in a restaurant earns, right? My reasoning thinking that these apps want to keep us as independent contractors is that because there is no like regulations for independent contractors. And when I think of real independent contractors like you and my uncle who owns his like security camera business, you don't like really have to worry about tips, right? I mean, because like they pay you, and like yeah, sure, they could offer you more on top, but you're not that's not going through anyone else. That's going directly through you, right? Like you get all the money.
I get all the money, but I also don't get benefits or anything like that.
Right. And we don't either. That's why it's like even more fucked up because it's just this weird to me like limbo state of employee independent contractor, but this like you're in this void and it's just nobody knows what to call you, and it's clear that we're not completely independent. Like someone hires us, we have to go through a hiring thing. We don't own any part of the business. We just do contract work, but we're still hired. So it's like it's a very weird thing. And it's just very clear to me like why they want to keep us as independent contractors. So basically, so this video we're about to watch is just the only one I streamed, and you can see
like a nice crotch shot.
no, that's what's in the comments. Like there's one specifically that said
I have, yeah.
which do you remember? Was it
like your pants at least?
I know. Let me pause it real fast. Let's look at the comments. So this is while I was talking. The first no, what the fuck just happened, bro?
I think what happens is that you're like purchasing something like whenever we get CPK. The bill is $60, and then after the tax and tip, it's like $100 bill. It was $60 for the food.
Oh, I mean that's yeah, and that's another thing that people bring up a lot is the fees, and I think it's just a fuck system. Like there really is not a great answer right now because like yeah, they charge you like $7 in service fee, and then you're paying an extra like $20 on top of your fee, and you're just like damn, like I don't like sorry driver, you're gonna get like $2. And they don't know, they just think DoorDash is actually paying us well, but in reality they don't. So you look like Rick Astley. I'm never your side is just saying, where's the crotch on someone? Gig work is kind of just like working when you can. Blah, blah, blah,
These questions, I think, and I'm gonna really value your opinion on them. Yours as well as a consumer.
So we'll go back to
when you're doing this, where is the phone? Like, why is it sideways?
I'm
stuck in the sideways.
I guess I could see, but my phone tilted with it, so I thought it was. I was really stupid in that. So I was using this. I was using this thingy right here, and I had to put it in like this, and my GoPro was on top because I was recording separately to get the audio so I could make a video with their answers and stuff. I didn't want to record the people, obviously, but yeah, it was not a good setup for me.
Yeah, so maybe you gotta like look at that next time because
my biggest thing is it's just on my crotch. Like I can't believe I let 30,000 people look at my crotch for 30
I think that's maybe why you're 30,000.
All right, let's listen to some of his answers.
It's like very important to me as a worker.
I mean, as a consumer, I appreciate it for the late night munchies.
Yeah.
As a driver, I mean, it definitely could be better for the drivers.
What do you think could be better specifically?
Well, I mean, it's not very good as far as like going to a restaurant and then if the order's not ready, then you're sitting there waiting for a long time. Right. Basically, the crux of everything I'm about to say is that they need to pay their drivers hourly also, as well as giving them the tip. Yeah, because
what do you think about that?
About the video or about the driver's hourly? I have a couple things. You did ask that woman if she liked receiving.
You know, I don't understand some of the words that come to my head when I'm talking to people, and recording myself realizes how crazy I sound sometimes.
Do you think that comment, "she sound like a man," is you or the other person?
I think for the sake of my ego, I'm gonna say the other person. Because
the funny thing is, Titty, you do look like you have makeup on.
I didn't drama. I even have a blouse. Like, dude, I was fine. What were you gonna say about the tip besides, you know?
What did he say? He said that sorry, I have a huge echo in my ear. It's so hard for me to talk in here.
I can't verbatim, but he said like the crux of what I'm about to say is just basically that drivers need to be paid hourly on top of receiving a tip.
Oh, how are you paid?
So we are paid per order. There's a base pay of $2.50. But what we only earn a tip on top of that, so nothing else. So if it's 6 miles and that order takes me like 90 minutes for something, like something crazy, and the customer didn't tip, I'd get a base pay of $2.50. Now in some markets they have increased the pay based on distance, but it only goes up to like $4 to $6, and that's if you're driving like 15 to 20 miles, which is just ridiculous. So
that's
the tip
not worth it. All right, let's watch another one of these. Who's the next one we want to watch?
All right, well, it's just these guys.
If you're going somewhere like
he gets like I ask more questions.
They might send you like 3 miles for a $3 order. And then if you don't accept that order, you know, they take down your acceptance rate. Yeah. And the lower your acceptance rate is, the lower amount of orders you get over time.
Even though you're an independent contractor and should be able to do whatever you want. So this helps lead into
there's many loopholes.
Yes, the next question I was going to ask is, obviously, you know, they're classified as independent contractors. Yeah. Do you think, this is kind of like a twofold question, but do you think they should stay that way? Should they be employees, or should there be like some new worker class where they combine, you know, both sides of it to make it fair?
So I understand why. I understand why, you know, us as drivers want it to be not independent contractor. I also understand why DoorDash wants to keep it that way.
Right.
But there's also a lot of workers who want to keep it that way as the independent contractor. Then they have to start working a certain number of hours, you know, to get certain things, you know, but then DoorDash has got to pay, they got to start paying benefits, and then the hourly, which of course, you know, really takes away from what they're trying to do. But I think in an ultimate world, you have a combination.
This is I loved his answer on this. Did you get all that?
A little bit, but I'm telling you, nobody can focus on anything.
I know. I can't even focus. Okay.
What brand are the pants?
I don't. All the clothes I have are from like middle school. Like I literally haven't bought anything for myself. So.
I would never have thought that about you.
Bro, you wouldn't even recognize me. It was. I was working at a Taekwondo studio at the time, and you can see the juxtaposition of that. And I was huge, and I would come to work. I was working as an instructor at the time, and I would bring Sonic in with me, like 2 things of tater tots, 3 burritos, like just a strawberry shake. I'd bring it in, and one day my instructor and my boss had enough, and he could see like how much weight I was gaining. So he took the Sonic bag from me, brought me into his office, literally just sat me down. He's like, "Have you seen yourself lately?" I was like, "What?" "Don't bring this shit into my place ever again. Like nothing." He was like, "I don't want to see you with anything but vegetables." I was like, "Oh fuck, okay." Damn.
Especially because you're so ripped now.
Yeah, well, no, it was a blessing, obviously, because I was like, okay, all right. Oh, I think you have ADHD too, because you go.
I do. I definitely do.
As much as I do.
All right, I'm gonna listen this time. I'm gonna focus and listen.
You're going somewhere, like they might send you like 3 miles for a $3 order, and then if you don't accept that order, they take down your acceptance rate.
Yeah.
And the lower your acceptance rate is, the lower amount of orders you get over time.
Even though you're an independent contractor and should be able to do whatever you want. So this helps lead into
there's many loopholes.
Yes, the next question I was going to ask is, obviously, they're classified as independent contractors.
Okay.
Do you think, this is kind of like a twofold question, but do you think they should stay that way? Should they be employees, or should there be like some new worker class where they combine,
what are you
both sides of it?
The comments.
What? Oh, they're separate. Dude, the last part of this.
Okay.
I understand why us as drivers want it to be not independent contractor. I also understand why DoorDash wants to keep it that way.
Right.
But there's also a lot of workers who want to keep it that way as independent contractor, because then they have to start working a certain number of hours, to get certain things. But then DoorDash has got to pay. They got to start paying benefits, and then the hourly, which of course really takes away from what they're trying to do. But I think in an ultimate world, you have a combination of the two.
Right.
Where they're being paid.
That's
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
Yes. So I think one of the benefits of doing contracting work is like you don't have to show up somewhere every day. You make your own hours. You have flexibility. You're not in office politics. You don't have to deal with like a boss or reviews. I think the benefits just so outweigh the negatives.
Immensely. But I what I want to point out about what he said to you, like, obviously, like, 20 something, I don't fucking know what I'm talking about half the time, but to me it appears that we have this brand new fucking thing in our economy, and it's something no one's ever seen before, and it's putting people to work, but in a way that our economy hasn't really seen before. And so there's no regulations for these type of workers that you call independent contractors, because normally when you're an independent contractor, everything is under your control. So if something goes wrong, you know what's happening in the background because you are the background. But in this case, to me, the worker is the forefront, DoorDash is the background, and you can't tell what's going on in the background because they hired you and they're telling you what to do. So I understand why people want to keep the independence, because like all the benefits you listed, it's great. But what if, because this is a new thing, to me it feels like we should also make a new thing, meaning a new worker class that satisfies, makes at least everyone partially happy, right? You get to keep the flexibility of it, but there's somebody on the other side that has at least got your back, because clearly you can't watch what's going on in the background or going on at DoorDash headquarters, right?
Right, or get more than 250.
Yeah, it's just like there needs to be some kind of regulation. And the other thing is too, like tipping, right? DoorDash was sued because they were stealing tips from their workers.
Crazy.
And restaurants are allowed to do it as well. I made a video on this too. When you put an order in through a restaurant's website, there's a third party. Restaurant, third party, DoorDash, customer. There's 2 third parties in there. Third party here, it sends it over to DoorDash, but the restaurant gets to enter the information into EasyCater themselves. And most of the time, they're already hurting, so they can manipulate what tip they, say the customer put a $50 tip on their website, they go to enter the information into EasyCater that sends it to DoorDash. They enter into EasyCater. Oh, the person only tipped like $5, whatever. That gets sent off, and then the dude gets to pocket $45, which is like, I agree that the restaurant should get some tip, but I think there needs to be transparency about it, and it needs to be a fair, tip pooling the way that tipped employees are protected. We need to be protected just as much from that happening because no one's doing it.
So one thing that I have is like for Instacart, a membership where I don't get charged the fee. So I paid like $99, and then the service fees are waived. So I just have to pay the tip.
Have the service fees?
So I'm more likely to pay a higher tip because I've already paid for that other stuff, and I don't see the cost of the groceries going up exponentially from the tip.
Yes, I think that DoorDash has something like that. It's like Dash Pass, which is kind of where I got my name from, but it's like, it's Dash Pass, and it's like $99 a year, and it waives all the fees, and you get free delivery. So in those cases, people are definitely gonna tip more, but I don't think a lot of people are really paying $100 a year to get their fees off.
Yeah.
What do you think about a new worker class, though?
Like things that would be really important. People would be benefits like insurance, 401ks,
I just want like someone making sure I'm getting my fair share. That like I wouldn't even care about health insurance. Like I don't even have that shit anyways. I feel like most people can't even afford it, even if they do have the option. It's like, damn, I just want someone, giving them a spanking when they need a spanking. That's all. All right, let's go. Let's keep we'll keep the crotch comments on the side here.
They're good.
At the same time, or at least a higher rate.
Yeah,
or at least a higher rate. But still are able to have the freedom to like choose their schedule.
I cut this dude off too, like every second.
Get, like a couple hours a night to make an extra buck.
Right.
So
what do you think?
I think I value the opinions of someone who's actually done the job way more than my own opinion.
Very fair.
Yeah.
Very fair. All right, so the last question I have for you guys is kind of into the tipping part. If you're gonna agree with this, and like I've dashed, okay, like I definitely have done this, so I feel you right here. Do you think? Because a lot of people don't actually. Do you think that?
Very professional language, I'd say.
I'd say that the irony of the 30,000 views didn't realize that it because of the crotch shot enough.
It wasn't me. It was my crotch. It wasn't me. They were just there for the. You gotta pull them in somehow.
That these drivers should make 15 to 20% in tips, the same kind of like a waiter or waitress makes in a restaurant.
Yes.
yeah,
If not more.
that's not what happens.
No.
As you know, they just pay you. They charge you the fee, and then it's
That's what
completely
you
dependent
said.
on what the customer
The tip, right.
tips, and a lot of them don't tip.
Oh, especially
Because
now.
it's already so much more expensive due to the delivery and like the processing fee. People are like, oh, this was an $8 meal, but now I'm already spending $13 for it.
Yep.
I want a tip on top of that, which just sucks for that driver.
Yeah, it doesn't. It makes it so much harder for the driver because they're just, it's not their fault that they're charging $7 on a service fee, and then you're like, you want me to tip how much on top of that? Like,
This was a really bad joke, but they laughed at it, which made me.
it's still a luxury service. Like, you still gotta
People don't
understand.
understand. Like, there's a Taco Bell here in Worcester, and there were like 3 or 4 of us waiting there.
I was adjusting
there?
Look at, bro. I don't even know what some of these people say. It got deleted. Look at what are we watching here? Looks like crotch. Where was that? She sounds like man, like a man.
Yeah, I know that.
I did DoorDash for years. I think businesses are taking advantage of the people who take gig jobs. Yep. I work at a restaurant that delivers a lot, and I never knew that the drivers get money reduced when orders are late. Wait, what? That doesn't happen. The little
We'll
cowboy.
create a GoFundMe for you to be able to buy clothes since middle
A
school.
GoFundMe to give me an actual adult wardrobe.
Like, stand up. What are you wearing right now? Let's see this. What's going on?
You know what? I feel like what I have right now is not that bad. Okay.
Okay, let me see. It's adorable. And also show everybody your hair.
Oh my god.
Their minds will be blown.
No. You can't just plug it into your freaking computer. Like that doesn't. You can't do that. It's an actual. See, I have like the.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. So I went back And I was like, hey, man, you can't just plug this into your computer like you told me.
And he's like,
Oh yeah, you need a soundboard.
It sounds really good, though. The quality is
thank
really
you.
good.
Well, I didn't turn out to be a soundboy, but the dude was just
So
trying
for
to get
your-
me to buy more shit.
And how many hours did you have to DoorDash to buy the microphone? That's the question your fans are going to want to know.
Okay. Well, I don't. Okay. I probably would have had to work a lot, but listen, okay, Mama invested in Cardano, okay? So I had a bit of crypto, but I don't have it anymore. I'm broke again. But
okay. But at $2.50, let's say if you were making $2.50 at DoorDash, so it was $100. You had to work 40 hours of door dashing to get that microphone.
Well, most of the you get to pick what orders you take, right? So on average, I actually make. It's gotten really fucking bad, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's really slowed down. But I'm working at the mountain, so it's starting back up. So I'm not that worried because my W-2 is starting back up. But normally I was making anywhere from $20 to $40 an hour, not even playing, because you get to pick what you get. So if I see a 2-mile $14 order plus customer tip, I'm gonna take that. And most of the time it was higher if you know what to look for. So yeah, I was making but lately, dude, I've only been making like 10 to 20 maybe, because you can tell people are not they lost their
might as well work at McDonald's. $15 an hour. Costco is like $20 an hour with benefits.
Yeah, and I'd honestly make more because I wasn't depreciating my car and paying for my own gas.
Okay, there's another thing that would be interesting content maybe is give people like a tour of the car, because the outside of your car is a very interesting piece of this puzzle.
All the 14-year-olds love it. They love it so much.
So that could be some interesting content.
I have never got. That's a good idea though. That's a good idea. I mean, that was kind of a trend. No one's really doing it right now because some dude was doing a charity or something. So he's asking people to record their cars, but they would just do it with like their phone and. I don't know. I want to make it interesting. I don't know if I could make that really interesting.
It's like a 2-minute video, like a snippet.
Steering wheel. I guess I could make it short, yeah.
But that's not what's interesting about your car. What's interesting about your car is the like flames or whatever you have on the outside of it.
Flames? The flame. I wish there were flames. That probably look cool.
But what isn't there a design on the outside of your car?
It's just like black specks that look like it, it's kind of like a whoosh, I guess like a flame kind of thing, but they're not flames. They're just whooshes.
See, again, we could have a whole interview and you could have and have the people so what do you when you stream this, what did you have your Discord open and they were chatting in Discord?
So yeah it was do you know OBS? Have you ever used OBS? Or
I don't think so.
It's just a software that lets you like pick windows and stuff on your computer that you want recorded, and then you can arrange them in a format that you'd see on like Twitch, right? They got the box and stuff around it. So that's the programming you would use to do that. Reddit, I was streaming on Reddit, and not really ready to give people my Reddit username quite yet. So but I was streaming on Reddit, and you just use like Reddit OBS, and it lets you kind of no, I was just streaming from my phone, actually. I'm sorry, that's crazy. I normally use Reddit OBS, but yeah, I was just streaming from my phone onto Reddit. But I have a great idea, because I feel like this is actually great. Like, we have good chemistry and stuff, and this is actually really fun for me. So I was thinking, maybe like once a month or something, we could stream together on Twitch and like invite people. I'll let my YouTube know, or we would just stream on my YouTube channel, which I think we can do that.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Why aren't you streaming on Twitch?
I couldn't. Like, I would just have my phone. My phone probably would have exploded if I tried to get both things going there. And I don't have a big following on Twitch. I have a much bigger following on Reddit, because I've been streaming like my workouts for a while. I was kind of doing like a workout. That's enough. Okay, I know it's dumb. nost them.
I don't think it's dumb. I think you just totally misread your audience, that nobody is paying attention to your questioning and your commenting because
I don't know what the fuck
the videos are so interesting.
On my Reddit, I would stream in a sports bra, not like provocatively, but like I just like to work
that
out
does
in
not
a sports
matter.
bra.
Nobody cares. But, any type of bra.
Yeah, I mean, that was so many people would be like, "Could you go a little lower? Your form, you should dip a little lower." It's like, fuck you, dude. I know exactly what the fuck you're doing right now.
When Faith and I see each other, we see each other with layers and layers on.
Layers, like abominable snowman. You can't even see like each other's face, and I'm pretty sad because we're in fucking I feel like we're gonna go back in lockdown now. I just saw we're forced to wear masks now inside. It doesn't matter if you're vaccinated. Doesn't matter anything. You have to wear masks now. Fucking.
I don't mind wearing one because I don't do anything.
I was already wearing it, and I'm fully vaccinated. I was already wearing it all the time, but I'm still scared we're gonna get locked down even more.
I don't think we will. As long as people wear masks and social distance and they get the boosters out. In Massachusetts, we probably won't. But
yeah, we're already doing like the best out of everyone. What were you gonna say?
Oh, well, what I was gonna say was when I went to Vermont this summer to my parents' house, like the kids were, I don't know if I told you this story, the kids were in camp and we got a call that they'd been in camp for 4 days with a kid who would direct contact with a kid who had COVID. So we had to like immediately like leave my parents' house like that night. Even though everybody's vaccinated, we were like, well, they're not. And
well, also
who knows? Like my two aunts got the Delta. My good friend who was vaccinated got Delta.
My gosh.
Yeah. What? So I don't know.
Well, dude, and the vaccine goes down after 6 months, I think is when it starts losing potency. Dude, it's scary. Now we got the Woo one to worry about too.
Oh my! I'm staying off the news with that. I like after the election, I'm like, I gotta stay off the news because it was like so stressful.
Yeah, I mean, I just watch YouTube. Really, that's where I get most of my news, which is not a great source either. But
no, probably not. You might think about like the New York Times.
Yeah, well, the thing with the articles is I always try to read both sides and then like some middle ones because obviously like every news source is biased one way or another. So even with articles, it's really difficult. But Shannon, I'm gonna let you get to your gremlins unless you don't want to get to your gremlins.
This was really, really fun. I'll definitely do this again. If the quality isn't good, I'll happily do a different version because I was literally hearing myself echo and I couldn't tell when you were talking. So
is it gone now though? Is it
yes,
gone?
Whatever you did when you took those headphones off fixed the issue.
That's weird. But yeah, thank you, Shannon. I really appreciate you sitting and chatting.
I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you IRL in a few weeks.
Yes, I can't wait. Hang on, let me stop. We'll just everybody, this was Shannon. We will probably do this again. We will do this again. I don't know if we're gonna stream on Twitch or YouTube, but I really enjoyed talking with her. She's one of the most intelligent women I've ever met, and she's very confident, and I love her, and she's taught me a lot. So we're definitely gonna have her back on. But hang on, let me stop. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys did like this, we will definitely do this again. Even if you guys didn't like it, I'm gonna do it again because I had a lot of fun talking to her. But just really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you got some entertainment value out of this. The interviews will be coming before the end of the week. As you guys know, I'm just in university, so my time gets taken up by a lot of things, but you can always expect at least 1 or 2 videos from me per week. It's going to be random when they come out. I'm sorry, I just can't do an actual schedule yet, but I'm doing my best to keep getting content out to you guys, and hopefully I'll get more in a groove and be able to get more content out on a more regular basis. Just keep in mind too, a lot of things I generalized within this conversation. Definitely do your own research. Don't take anything I said to heart, because it was just a general conversation. I didn't have specific facts in front of me. I was just kind of trying to eyeball it within just to give her some kind of context of our industry. But I don't have all the numerics memorized, so please don't come after me. But I just hope you guys enjoyed this, and look forward to getting the interview video out pretty soon. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.